Maine, known for its summers, its scenery, and of course, its food. But what if we told you that 80,000 children struggle to access food every day?
When I first heard that statistic, I struggled to wrap my head around it. How devastating. 80,000 kids who don't have access or know when their next meal is coming?
We know that families are trying to make ends meet with the resources available to them, and that it can be difficult to get children an adequate amount of food. We also know that schools are the greatest place to solve this problem.
Today in Maine, thousands of eligible kids don't eat the nutritious school meals provided at breakfast, lunch, after school, and during the summer. In our schools, we give children free access to buses and textbooks, but school meals aren't treated this way. Instead of students getting free meals at school, some kids pay and some do not. This creates a stigma.
The older children get, the more the negative stigma creeps in and eventually takes hold. Oftentimes, kids make a habit of going hungry.
This is why we need to remove all the barriers and stigma attached to eating school meals.
Our next generation's brightest minds can't meet their full potential if they're hungry. Hunger causes poor focus, low test scores, and often physical and emotional pain.
Many students come to my office with headaches, stomach aches, and fatigue. It's pretty easy to recognize that these students are hungry. I keep a bunch of granola bars and snacks at my desk, and I've been buying a couple large boxes each week out of my pocket.
For many families, providing breakfast in the morning before school just isn't a logistical reality, whether they can afford it or not.
The reality is, there are hungry kids in our schools, and we're in a position to feed them.
The resources just aren't available on an already tight budget. We need grants to invest in the infrastructure like food carts and point-of-sale systems.
Including school meals as a valuable part of the school day is a cultural change. It's a change that everyone has to be on board with, from the administrators to parents and students, to the community, and to the teachers in the classrooms.
The absolute craziest part of this is that the federal government sets aside money to reimburse schools for 3 meals a day for every student. The funds are there. We just have to get more kids eating and everyone else on board.
This is where Full Plates, Full Potential comes in. We understand creating more access to nutritious meals can be financially and logistically difficult for a lot of reasons. That's why we work with schools to figure out what they need to meet this challenge, and we help them get there.
From educational resources to the financial resources, Full Plates, Full Potential helps schools cover the initial overhead cost. Every school is different, but by providing them with a grant to purchase a food cart or even a point-of-sale system, we can create an everlasting change.
We used to run a breakfast program before the school day started. The problem was that we weren't reaching all of our kids. Full Plates, Full Potential listened to our challenges and gave us the confidence to serve breakfast after the bell. Breakfast arrives right after the kids get settled into their desks. The program was a success almost immediately. We went from feeding less than 10% of our middle school students to feeding just about 50% of them a healthy school breakfast.
Full Plates, Full Potential provided the grant that gave us the large food cart we needed to implement this program. Within a few weeks, we were serving more breakfasts with 0 staff change.
There was a little bit of pushback in getting the breakfast cart started. While no one wants kids to be hungry, change is hard. Once we started taking steps to fix the problem, those hurdles disappeared really fast. It's well worth the extra effort to get kids eating.
Giving everyone access to breakfast removed much of the stigma right away. Taking a little time in the morning to feed the kids creates a classroom that is more attentive, engaged, and ready to learn. As a result, we are getting more done because of improved performance and behavior.
Our Breakfast After the Bell grant program is increasing participation. We have 4 years of successful results and now have people in communities all over Maine wanting to get involved and help our mission to end child hunger in Maine.
With community support, we've been able to grow both our programming and fundraising initiatives that allow people to join in on the cause. Because of this, we can grant schools more funds that allow for breakfast, after school, and summer meal programs.
Full Plates, Full Potential's mission is simple. We're ending child hunger in Maine. We know it's a problem Maine can solve and a stigma we can break together.
Our challenge is to scale our solutions statewide. We're ready and want to remove barriers that kids have accessing school meal programs and feed all eligible school-age children.
We've begun talking with the kids about making good food choices. When we can, we send recipes home of the food we served at school. It's an educational process for not only the children, but the parents too.
Full Plates, Full Potential has passed legislation to make the application for meal reimbursement easier by making it accessible online. New laws mandate schools with high numbers of food insecure students to start breakfast and after-school programs, as well as to expand who is qualified for those meals. Families who were once paying a reduced price for school meals now get them for free. There's also additional reimbursement if the schools buy local, fresh food. There is no reason for any child in Maine to be hungry. It's not a matter of money, but a mission of action. We need everyone: parents, school nutrition directors, teachers, business owners, Mainers. Together, we can end child hunger in our beautiful state. To find out how you can help end child hunger in Maine, please visit fullplates.org.